Well, good morning everybody. Welcome to what was supposed to be, and as it turns out, quite a nice misty morning in the forest, but my plans have been scuppered thanks to the car park I don't know if you can see me, I hope you can see me, I'm in focus. The car park that I wanted to stay in, I wanted to park in, is locked. I've got to work out how this works because some stay open all night, some lock. And it's really frustrating. It's the second time it's happened to turn up to a car park with a plan and the plan get ruined because there's nowhere to park. And now what do? I'm stuck pitch black in the middle of the forest with no idea what I'm going to do now. So I've got to look at my phone, see if I can find another car park nearby. But then I don't know what's around that car park. This one looked pretty good. It had nice bridges, it had a river walk, it had some nice trees, and it was about a mile or two long walk. So yeah, not good. Let me see if I can find somewhere else to park, and I'll talk to you when I find somewhere. Take two, good morning again. I drove another, I'm not sure, a few miles up the road and I found another car park that was open, but I have no idea where I am. There is no phone signal here, so I can't even investigate. I'm just on a footpath in the middle of the forest looking for compositions. So I've just got to remember where I parked because I've never been here before. So fingers crossed I don't get lost. How does Google Maps look? You parked here. So it's registered where I've parked, but it's not registering at all where I am. Oh, it is now, I guess. So somewhere over here is a river. That's what I need to find. I need to find that river. Look for some interesting points. Around the river. Okay, the river is on my right. So as long as I stay with the river on my left, I'll be going back to the car. All those years as a Cub Scout finally paying off. Okay. So I thought I might have had something there, but it's just really messy around here with all these roots. I'm going to keep wandering around because there may be something here. Sunrise is officially in about 10 minutes. And I've I'm well behind schedule, so I'm not going to make the most of the sunrise today. So I'm going to look around for some compositions that aren't reliant on the sun, I think. Some more detail or some shaded areas, things like that. So let's have a wander around here. I've been wandering around 5 or 10 minutes. There's definitely something here. There's definitely something here. I've just got to find it. What I have found... Well, it turned out that what I was looking for wasn't here. I spent lots of time trying to compose this shot, but it wasn't to be, so let's move on. Trying it again with different settings. This is probably going to be one that you will never see. It is that bad. But we're going to move on. Which way? Let's go and see what's going on over here. I'm wasting a lot of time hunting and doing no shooting, but I've seen something else. Okay, theme of the day. Utter Okay, after 2.5 hours, I think, and I haven't seen it on the screen yet, but I think I have a picture I'm happy with. What we've got here is we've got the river's flowing this way, and there's some fallen trees, or it looks like trees may have been placed there, to be honest with you, to form a bridge of some kind. I think one's fallen, but not important. Well, it is important actually, because as the water's hitting here, it's coming over these reeds and it's creating bubbles on the top of the water, and then that is all getting blocked by these trees that have fallen. So congregating here, we've got this big pool of dirty, bubbly white foam, and coming up to it, you've got the reeds that are being sort of pushed over by the flow of the river. So you've got this line of bubbles, and then the reeds going into it. My dilemma is this creates ripples. Well, there's ripples in the river because it's flowing, and I wanted to smooth it out, so I did a slow shutter speed, which meant the reeds that were moving are blurred, but but that also meant the bubbles were blurred as the water was moving the bubbles. So I've taken a few photos and I'm hoping I can put them together to make the bubbles frozen, i.e. Sharp in focus, so they're not moving. High shutter speed, 100th of a second I think I did. And I've taken a slow shutter speed with for the reeds to smooth the water out and also to make the reeds blurry underwater. But I think if I can piece them together, we might have a photo. But yeah, I'm going to put a little clip on the screen now that was taken from my photography camera, my photo camera, of what a difference a polarizer makes, circular polarizer. The light is coming into our left, which I know is the best angle for a polarizer to have its effect. But yeah, this clip that you're about to see it just makes a huge difference. But I know the water has to be in the right. The light has to be in the right angle for the camera for it to work properly. I think it's 45 degrees or 90 degrees or something. But yeah, we have a photograph. It may not be a good one, but it's a photograph. Okay, so I'm actually going to steal another photo while I'm here. I'm going to show you it on the screen now. In fact, I'm going to do it now in case what I'm worried about disappears. So let me just grab the camera. So this is a composition that I've done. So I've got the bush on the right here just coming into the frame, and the log on the left sort of coming out of the frame the other side, but this tiny bit of sunlight here is bothering me. So I'm going to sit it out and hope the sun goes behind a cloud or a tree. But it does give a bit of separation, so I might take both, but I think it would look better without the distraction of the sun. And a quick note on the following photo, I stacked several images to get the leaves sharper, but it just didn't work with the foam bubbles, so it's the leaves and one for the foam. Left the river behind. Oh, my glasses, I keep doing this. I'm gonna damage my glasses in a minute. Oh, I've got to be careful. Oh, look, I have as well. I need to get a proper glasses case. Okay, let's go this way today for this one, because it's so dark in the woods. Right. Okay, so I've left the river behind. I've come into a bit more of the forest area, and I've seen one tiny fresh shoot that has just grown out the side of the tree, and behind it is just black burnt wood. It almost looks like it's been caught on fire. And I think it's just an amazing contrast between the bright, fresh leaves of this holly. Is it holly? Let me check. Yeah, these bright, light, fresh, green, young leaves of this holly leaf against this old, burnt, weathered tree. So I'm going to take a couple of shots with the 100 macro. I might see if I can do one so that you can see what I've just been explaining and talking about, and then maybe a couple closer up. But yeah, like I did down there, I'm going to turn the camera off while I set this up because it's not really going to be that interesting. The object I was photographing is now bathed in harsh sun coming through these trees, but I got some good photos. I'm really pleased with those ones. So perseverance. I think I'm now going to wander that way. I'm going to wander this way, just see if that takes me back towards the car, have a little look for things on the way, and yeah, after a really slow start, it's been a good morning. I'll give you my thoughts back in the van. Oh, jeez, what a morning. That is probably the worst one yet. That was difficult. I struggled today. I reckon the one around the bubbles and the water was, and the reeds and the close up, I think the first one I took of the rocks in the water was, just couldn't make anything of it. It's hard to get the tripod set up. It's too messy. Maybe I didn't spend enough time on it. I was worried about losing light, about oh, my microphone. Okay, maybe we should try that again with a microphone. Yeah, like I was saying, that was the worst one yet. I think it was messy. 2 photos, and even them were average. The water one with the bubbles and the froth and the this camera's doing my head in. This camera's doing my head in. Oh, let's get it level. I can't deal with it not being level. Is it level? Oh, I don't know if it's level or not. Let's pretend it's level, okay? For argument's sake. Yeah, it was tough. I think maybe the one at the end, that little holly leaf coming out of that dead tree, or that battered, weathered tree, was probably my favourite one, although I haven't seen any of them in the computer yet at the time of recording this. But you know, you can't always get amazing photos every time you go out. I was put off my stride by missing that car parking spot, or that car parking. I'm going to go past it actually and see if it's open now, but 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock? Jesus, 4 hours I'm out. Anyway, here's the photos right at the end. Thank you for sticking at it this long for what is probably average video, average photos. Yeah, I'm going to head home, have some breakfast and get them in the computer and see what they look like. But for the ones that I've taken, here they are. on the end of the video as always. Thank you for watching. Richard Chubb from Richard Chubb Photography. Check out richardchubb.com if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Bye.